said we don't control when the vaccines arrive to us and when they're approved by Canada. So we wait to hear that. If it is not till the first quarter of 2021, number one, that gives us more time to prepare to make sure we're absolutely ready. And we got a million things that we want to get done. But number two, I think this is hugely important for the success of the vaccination program in Ontario and of course across Canada, is that other people, other nations, perhaps the United States of America, are going to be administering those vaccines before that. And although we'd like to have them early, if we don't, we do get an incredible opportunity to learn from their experiences in front of us and to learn what they're doing right and to make sure that we're doing that in our vaccination program and operation. And if they're doing some things wrong, make sure we can improve on it so we don't make the same mistakes. And we want to tie ourselves in tightly to some of those programs that come in front of us. But let me use this and just digress off to a point I really want to make. I kind of speak generally to people across Ontario, but I was not just in. You know, it might be into the first quarter of 2021. We don't know that. We'd all like it for the vaccine to be here tomorrow, be 100% effective, and everybody have it on the day after. We know that's not going to occur. We know that the people, the men and women of Ontario, they're tired. They all want to get back to a regular life. They want their families back into a regular life. They want the economy to restart, and they want to get back into the schools and not have to worry about all the things that frighten us right now. And I'm just the same. I'm no different. I'm tired. I want this to be over with. And we know it's going to take a while. And we know that we can do this, right? And while we're doing it, and while we're getting through the period waiting for the vaccine, we got to make sure we keep using those really excellent social practices, wearing your mask, washing your hands, not touching your face, staying away from me, staying away from everybody else, and stay home unless you really have a need to go out, and make sure we don't spread COVID-19. Use the testing that's available if you have worries or fears or concerns. And meanwhile, we'll grow the vaccine up the middle and get back to that normal society as quickly as we possibly can. And people are tired and say, oh my goodness, we can't carry on. Well, guess what? You can. This is not the first time in our history Canadians have faced those incredible challenges and gotten through them. Just think of the Canadians who went to World War I and faced the first gas attacks in April of 1915 and stood tall when the British and the French on their flanks ran and let the enemy come on through. Canadians stood tall through that incredible, frightening, lethal, and stressful period of time. They stood tall at the Battle of the Somme, went up Vimy Ridge, and did something no other nation could do, and survived the terror of Passchendaele. And that word still, I think, evokes fear and disgust at what mankind can do to each other. And they were the same Canadians, their sons, their daughters, who won the Battle of Britain, who won the Battle of the North Atlantic, who went ashore on D-Day and fought in Italy to throw off the yoke of Nazism. They fought in Korea to do the same thing, and they continued that fight in Afghanistan. For us as Canadians, those were incredibly frightening things, horrible things, and they succeeded. They can do that. They can storm the beaches of Normandy. We can sit on our couch, stay away from everybody else, wear our masks, wash our hands, not touch our face. We can do that for the next months until we get the vaccine working through. Thank you very much.